Alrighty guys, welcome to a new Factorio series we are doing here. Our Bob's Mods one just ended about a week or so ago, and I was going to wait until 0.13 of Factorio came out to start a new series, but I got word that it was not going to be out until after the Steam release, and that's over a month, well, not over. Steam release is a month away, and then who knows how long after that it'll be, so I want to start one now, because Factorio is awesome, and I mean, we got to have it on the channel, right? So, what are we doing here? Well, it's fairly vanilla, I guess. I did a video a few days ago on if I should use Marathon or a different mod, the Science Overhaul mod for this new series, and based on the feedback and kind of my own thoughts, I have chosen the Science Overhaul mod, or Science Tweaker, as some may call it. I think Marathon would just not be that great for a series, and I would have to do a totally different recording style, which could end up disastrous, potentially. So, what does the Science Overhaul mod do? Well, it pretty much overhauls science, obviously. It, number one, it increases the cost of science itself. Not on the first levels, really, but on later levels of a research it does. So, like, if we go here to, like, bullet damage, as you can see, they're fairly normal, but as you go up, you can see this is definitely more expensive than they are in vanilla. You know, the same would apply for, like, robot stuff and such, and yeah, so there you go. You know, I mean, Power Armor 2 is quite expensive, so it does that, but then also it changes how the science packs are made and how research is actually done. So science packs, I'm not going to go over everything right this minute, but, you know, red ones require the electromagnetic core and electromagnetic coil, which are these two. Now, something to note is it does not add like any new ores or anything to the game that you have to like mine and smelt. All these new items are all made from vanilla items, which I really like, because it adds like a level of complexity and stuff, but not like super crazy like Bob's mods. And then, you know, the green ones take stuff. We'll go over that as we get there. And there's that, and then it also has special labs, right? So that's going to be interesting. We're going to have to set up our science a lot differently than normal, because you need, like, there's a level for each type of science pack, right? And that's going to be pretty interesting to set up here. And they do increase in energy costs. As you can see, this is doubled. And the last one, I believe, for purple, takes like 2 megawatts or a megawatt or something. If I can find the purple science research, oh, here we go. It unlocks this lab, which takes 2 megawatts per lab to run, which is quite a lot. Okay, so there's that. There's some other mods. I'll put them all in the description, what mods I'm using. You know, like the Evo GUI, YARM, which obviously we aren't monitoring anything right now, and yeah, which I probably should have monitored these, huh? But I can't even research it yet. So there's all that. Supreme Warfare, some other stuff. But also, I'm using the Train Outpost mod, which is kind of like RSO, but a bit different. And essentially what that does is it spreads out the resources a lot. These are actually fairly close compared to what I've seen, but it does spread them out, and the farther out you get, the bigger the patches get. So it's kind of like RSO, but something different is it actually makes the resources infinite, like oil is. Now, when I say infinite, I don't mean like it's always, you know, max output or whatever. As you can see, they have a percent like oil does, and if I mouse over this, it's 1.3 a second, 1.2, 1.3, you know, 1.5. What they do is they slowly run out of resources, right? I think this one started at 1.5, and I think they go down to potentially 0.1 or 0.2, something like that, and then they just stay there. They're just infinite, like oil, which I think is pretty cool, actually, because then you don't have like all these abandoned outposts you either have to leave there or tear down or something that are doing nothing. Everything's always going to be mining a resource. It's just going to get to a point where it's where it's not mining particularly efficiently. So like the electric mining drills get like 0.5 a second essentially. Once if an ore patch that it's on is like to 0.2, it's not going to mine 0.5 a second. It's going to mine like 0.2 or whatever. So it's going to produce less resources, per minute or second or whatever. So I set stuff up here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to throw a time lapse type deal here into this in this video. It's going to be a couple minutes long. Just a quick time lapse type thing. Maybe throw some music over it of me. Why didn't I make these? Of me setting up steam power and bringing some belts over and stuff for smelting, and then I'll bring you back. I mean, we've all seen that like a bajillion times, and no need to watch it again. And I'll bring you back when we do smelting, because I'm actually going to be trying some new setups and stuff in this series, and there's one I kind of ish made up. Not really. It's like a bunch of different designs all put together, I guess. I'm not sure how good it is, but I want to try it out. So, yeah, I think that's going to be it. One other thing I do want to mention, that I'll actually talk about it when we come back. So, I will see you guys in a few minutes after this time lapse. Alrighty guys, we are back here, and I got a bit done, not as much as I wanted, because I guess I was wrong, and I didn't pay enough attention. The science overhaul, science tweak mod actually does affect these first researches, so they're actually far more expensive than I thought, which kind of sucks. Because I do need splitters and undergrounds for this smelting design I'm going to do. Which, this is not it, obviously. I realized I probably needed more iron than I actually had before I tore up those miners, so yeah. And we're almost done making the rest of the science packs. Pretty damn close. There we go. Oh, shit. Oh, no, that's what we want. Okay. So we got those iron. I'm going to do my smelting over here, and I'm going to build kind of a main bus thing down. I haven't done a vertical main bus in the series before, and I think that'll be pretty fun. So, what are we doing? Well, let's see here. Let's stick half these in here. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was something else kind of unique and I think really fun I'm going to do with the series is that I'm going to kind of invite guests on throughout the series to hop on, you know, for an episode or two, or a couple, whatever, and, you know, help out with the factory, maybe give some input, and, you know, if they're, you know, a lot better than myself or have a different perspective or whatever, to maybe help me fix stuff that's not working as well as it could be, and stuff like that. I think it would be really cool. So, you know, maybe some YouTubers, you know, maybe I can get Negative Root in here, although I think he would just like completely butcher my my factory, because it's probably nowhere near as efficient as his are. But that'd be pretty fun. Maybe like some other people, Clonin or Jepwin, Gepwin, I don't know how you pronounce his name. And you know, my viewers as well, guys. You know, if you play Factorio and you'd like to join in on the series for maybe an episode or two, I'd be totally willing to do that. Really, my only requirement is that we can find a time to actually play together that's not going to be like in the middle of the night for me, and that you can speak fairly decent English. You know, I'm obviously not asking for perfect English, but enough so that myself and the viewers can understand you. And yeah, other than that, I think it'd be fun. And I'm not going to do it throughout like I'm not going to have a guest every single episode, but, you know, every once in a while for a couple episodes or just one episode, bring some people in that, you know, maybe could work on the factory with me, help fix stuff. So these lakes may be a problem. I'm not sure. We do have splitters and undergrounds here, and if I stand still for a minute, it's because I'm looking at a screenshot of of the smelting setup because I don't have it quite memorized yet, and I don't have two monitors because I'm a complete noob, so I'm just kind of looking here, trying to figure out what exactly is going on. Alright, so I think, I mean, this should be, I guess this is long enough, I don't know, and this actually does not need to be up like that. This, again, sorry, switch into the screenshot. I do want to allow enough room, so let's just have like the outside of this be, because we also need coal, let's just have the outside be like here. I want to leave plenty of room. Of course I'm out of belts because I have no iron, so we're gonna have to do this kind of piecemeal, and this is gonna be like way too far up. Okay, so this comes in here, and then the coal actually goes in. Could go on either side, I suppose. So this is kind of like, it's very similar to a version that JG Games does, and I know Roomba was like plugging the hell out of him and a lot of his stuff. I'm not really going to do that, but I did hear about him from Roomba and watch his stuff, and a lot of it's pretty cool, and this bit here I really like. So then I would bring coal in here, like this, and it's gonna merge here, which I think is pretty awesome. And this actually needs to do something slightly different. So we'll have this here. This guy can be an underground. So that's going to be the outside of the smelter thing, and then this part, let's see here. Because then these actually need to go down the middle. So we're going to do something a little bit like this. Once I get the hang of it, I promise you it will not take this long. So this would go here, this would go here, down the middle, and then they're going to come here like so. It's better leave enough room. Probably won't. So this comes down the middle, 2 lines, because like the one he does goes does this, but these go on the outside, and I do something a little different on the outside. I probably didn't leave myself enough room. I can always just move that line. It's really no big deal, because then this, what we're gonna do, yeah, I need to move this whole line. Well, shit. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna bring this over here. I'm just gonna move it up a few. And you know, let me know, I would love your feedback if this is like really inefficient or won't work at all. I tested it a little bit, but not like at full capacity, you know, demand. My goal here with this is to try to get things like fully compressed if possible. Well, what am I doing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is because you know you can't get a belt fully compressed with inserters, right? Which this actually doesn't really achieve. It kind of does. I like getting it on both sides can sometimes be iffy, and of course I have no iron. Well, that's great. Okay, let's go ahead and smelt some of this up. So essentially what this is going to do is I then have half of these side load like this. The inserter places onto this, and then and it side loads onto the actual belt. And then what happens here is, that should be interesting. This guy curves around here like so, and these place directly on, so you're gonna have it on both sides, right? Because normally when you do it with the exports on the outside, if you just do like just one belt, it's only gonna be on one side, right? So this doesn't really fix it, because the ones here are not going to be able to get full compression. This this might be because it's side loading. And as I expand this, you know, if I get it to like 16, then the first 8 will be like this, rather than just the first 4, obviously. So that's kind of my thoughts. I don't know if that's going to work. I kind of think not. I don't know. So yeah, I'd love your feedback. And I think this is going to be really fun. You know, building the new components and stuff for science, I think will be pretty awesome. Gonna have to do some stuff differently, especially with the labs. That should be pretty interesting. Since, you know, there's the different labs for each science type. So I can't do it quite how I normally would. Now, is this gonna work? Not really. Well, that is very unfortunate. Okay, that's not going to work. Things have got to line up. And I'm probably going to end this video here pretty shortly, actually. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, I'm probably going to end this here pretty shortly. And next episode we will get into science and circuits and stuff, and I think that'll be pretty fun. As soon as I finish this smelting setup, I'm going to go ahead and call this one. And sorry if I sound like really congested. That's because I am. I had a cold, like, or something, like a few days ago, and now I'm in that like after effect stage where I'm like super congested and can't really breathe. So apologies for that. Now what we're gonna do here is just kind of something along those lines. Now you do have to like double up here, which is slightly annoying. Where are my power poles, man? All right, so yeah, I think that'll do it for us, guys. I am really looking forward to this. It'll be something new, but not like brain-fryingly complicated like Bob's Mods. And this is a lot of power poles, holy shit. And yeah, I would love your feedback on stuff. You know, like if you think stuff is not going to work like this potentially, or if you have ideas for building or other stuff. And you know, let me know if you'd be interested in joining on the series here at some point. I'm probably not going to have anyone join for the first few episodes until I really get stuff set up, but definitely let me know on that, and I will like add you to a list or something, and you know, contact you when I am needing someone to join and help out. So I think it will be pretty fun, you know, get the community involved, maybe get some other YouTubers in here. I think it will be pretty damn awesome. And I plan to build as big as possible in this playthrough. I think that'll be really awesome. I probably should have mentioned that at the start, but congrats if you watched to the end here. And that will be it. So hope you're looking forward to it as much as I am. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And with this being the first video, it helps out a ton if you can leave a like. And, you know, if you're new to the channel and checking out this video, feel free to subscribe for similar content. But, yeah, until next time, take care, guys, and I will see you later.